Oh, oh yeah? I had to turn the light on behind me before the stream started. Welcome to the live stream, my friends. We're here on a PigCast, second in a row. Usually I like to spread them out in the week, but I figured I had some nice topics to go through. So why not? Why not bless you with the visage of Piggy twice in 1 week, 2 days apart, or rather 1 day apart? We're already starting off the show of mistakes, which is a good sign that this show is probably going to be a bad one. Also, it's probably going to be a bad one because it's going to relate mostly to Taylor Swift. The Taylor Swift, my goodness, is there just, I want to say the golden ratio of retardation around Taylor Swift. And we're already starting off with my monitor freezing. Isn't that a great, wonderful start? Might be because I have two internet browsers running simultaneously. So let me minimize this right here. Let me just keep the chat up. little fun, quirky bits of having a phenomenal laptop that I've spilled water on and ruined with a what do you want to say? A Five Below USB hub that I plugged in for no reason and decided to short circuit my entire shit. So we have an action-packed episode, as you imagine. We usually do here on the PigCast. I have to remind you that the comments are on the monitor. Comments are on the monitor. So I'm not looking at myself, right? I know I've made a lot of videos as to somebody looking at themselves in a monitor as opposed to looking at you in the camera, even though you're not there. But you know what I mean there. But we're here on the PigCast. We have some action-packed topics, including crackheads. And I think I'm missing one of them, as a matter of fact. We have T-Swift. We have a crackhead, and we have T-Swift, and we have a crackhead. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Also, Popeyes. I wrote Popeyes down because I went to Popeyes yesterday. So people that accuse Piggy of being racist, I went to Popeyes. So am I really a racist if I went to Popeyes? So I went to Popeyes yesterday, and I had a weird interaction that I guess I might want to mention here because this is my therapy. I ordered a quarter pound of fried shrimp because I'm a huge fan of fried shrimp, and I ordered a biscuit. But the way the guy responded was a little bit, has me worried as to what I consumed because he laughed at me. He laughed. I said, yeah, let me get the number 7, the quarter pound of shrimp. And he goes, anything else? And I go, a biscuit. And he goes, quarter pound of shrimp and a biscuit? Yeah. Yeah, what else would I be asking for? Those are the words I said. Is there anything wrong? Let me know. I ordered a quarter pound of fried shrimp, right? A reasonable amount of shrimp, and a biscuit. Is that like a faux pas in the hood community? Within the basketball adults? Let me know. If you guys are a little bit brothers, or if you consider yourself brothers, please let me know if that's something that I shouldn't have done. Because the way he said it was, and a biscuit? So as if I should not consume a biscuit and fried shrimp. And it was great. I mixed it. I made a little sandwich when I got home. So it was a great time. So if you guys are hood adjacent, because I know I'm not going to have brothers here watching the show, maybe 2 or 3 that happen to find me funny. Let me know if that's a bad thing. If I'm not supposed to order fried shrimp with a biscuit, I'm gonna have to go back there. And I'm gonna have to find out what it is that is so bad about ordering that. I'm gonna have to ask him, like, hey man, look, I went the other day. I came here, I ordered a quarter pound of shrimp, and I also ordered a biscuit. But the way you said it was a little bit like I shouldn't have done that. What did you mean by that? And they're probably going to look at me like I'm crazy, which I am in this case, because it's going to drive me nuts until I find out. Let's look at the comments here. Can't wait to watch Biden's speech after this. I take a shot every time he stumbles through a sentence. Well, good luck fighting the cirrhosis, my friend. I'm not racist. I've met a black once. That's a good one. I've used that joke many times. I'll say that's what a racist would say. I think Randall Harder made a little a faux pas there, another faux pas. Bro, you eating shrimp and a biscuit instead of fried chicken? Yeah, I'm eating fried shrimp because I like fried shrimp, Manel. I'm a huge fan of fried shrimp. I love going to different places and trying what they have to. Sometimes you could tell a lot about a place by a fried shrimp. If it has that little shit streak in the back of the shrimp, you know that this place is garbage, and not to order any seafood because they don't bother with removing that feces from the back of the shrimp, technically. So you know not to mess with the place. But if they offer a good fried shrimp, you know that it's a good place, especially if you could taste that they cared about it. You could taste the freezer in a lot of these places. So ordering fried shrimp and an old-fashioned, I've learned, at bars, lets me know a lot about the type of bar I'm in. Toby says, if you order shit on toast, he should probably get it without judgment. Okay, maybe a little if it was shit on toast, but you get my point. Okay, it took me a while to read that, not because I'm dumb, but because it's a very small text. Magic for beginners say, make it a limp biscuit. So we're already starting off with the puns here. We're starting off with the aggressive puns. Ben Shapiro, who right now has been very angry since the activities in overseas, says, he says, I'm here, I'm not queer. Am I welcome in the neighborhood? No.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Because this is the neighborhood, Ben Shapiro, and you're not welcome here. You I was going to say Semite, but Ben Shapiro is probably the most Semite of them all. If you ever see Ben Shapiro playing the violin as a little kid, it's the funniest thing on the planet because his face hasn't changed. So it's the same face, but just playing violin as an adult. It's kind of, I would say he's an adorable baby, but some people might not like that comparison to be made. Real men eat that shrimp turd. It's built in flavor packets. I don't think so. I've learned a lot about places that have that. With that, and it's just a sign that they don't bother. All you got to do is just scrape it. It takes less than a fraction of a second. So if you can't do that, then the rest of the establishment is probably going to be on Canal 7. Oye, aquí estamos fuera en la casa. No, en Latin America, where we found some cockroach droppings in the souffle. That's the sort of stuff that you see on the local news here. They love to talk about restaurants that they close down for that. So I guess let me just start the show with a crackhead. Might as well start it off on a high note. This is why places, I don't know what city this is. Let me see if I could show you this here. This is it's the Walking Meth. I wish there was more context in terms of where this is. But, oh, this says Frankfurt. It says Frankfurt. Maybe I should have thought before I spoke in there. A little bit of a crash already. Alrighty then. So this is beyond me, how you could get to this point in your life. So we have what is a feral crackhead pissed about the bus that is in her way. Now, this is easily circumvented to you and I because we do not partake in crack that I know of. By just waiting a second. It's a very easy thing. Just wait a second. Right? And the bus is going to pass, or the little whatever the fuck you want to call it. Instead, she chooses to show her anger at this bus for being in her way by punching it twice. I know that had to hurt. And she goes off a little bit methed out. Also, if you've noticed this, a bra is not a top. As much as I would love to live in a society where bras are tops, like in that episode of Seinfeld, they're not tops. So at least have a modicum of modesty and cover up, because it's not a good look. It definitely makes you look like a crackhead. Also, mismatching. There seems to be either leg warmers or maybe a wound. Another sign of a crackhead is copious wounds that they use to cover up where they scratch. So they scratch themselves aggressively. So that's something I don't see here often, I got to tell you. I don't see that here in Miami quite as often as I would like. I did see a crackhead on the way back from the concert 2 days ago. I did see a crackhead, but he was a relatively tame crackhead, so I didn't fear anything in that area. And downtown is just a mess in general. Downtown Miami, they're trying to make it all New York. They're trying to introduce all these fancy restaurants, but they place them in places that are adjacent to the hood or hood. And you're there having to just, I ride a motorcycle, so I'm there having to constantly monitor my vehicle for potential theft in those locations, even though they're not going to get anything. If anything, they're going to get a burden. If they steal my bike, I'm just going to wave to them and go, hope Hope it treats you well, buddy. Hope it treats you well. It's given me nothing but headaches for the past, since 2019? Since I've had it, fuck. Stupid autocorrect. Let's see. Real men skip the shrimp and go straight to the pussy, says Manel. I'm going to give you the pin of glory for that one. That one's funny. That one got me. We're not setting the bar too high today. Real men skip the shrimp and go straight to the pussy. So you're going to get pinned, and we all have to bask in the glory of your pin. I hope you appreciated that, Manel, even though you're in a country that is kind of the refuse. It's like Wales. You're in the refuse of the rest of the bigger country. So I don't know what the purpose of Portugal is, but the one thing that it does make me happy about your country is that you have beautiful women. You have amazingly gorgeous women, even in your airports, which is usually full of just a mix of a bunch of troglodytes. But landing in an airport in, I forgot what the capital is. No, just top tier women over there. Let's see here. Hungry and Hungover says, fried shrimp mixed with their mac and cheese is heavenly. Yes, but I was trying to be a good boy, even though the mac and cheese is a stupid amount of calories for no protein. But I hadn't eaten most of the day, so I said, you know what? Let me treat myself here. Some people eat bio and raw liver. I've seen some MMA fighters do that. I feel like you're absorbing it. I feel like if you're eating raw meat, you're actually absorbing all the history of the animal. I don't know if that's just me being retarded, but that's what I would feel if I would eat raw meat. I don't eat raw meat, by the way. Daniel says, how dare you hate on us Swifties? So us. So you're including yourself. I hope that you decide to not include yourself if you decide to watch the rest of this, even though I recommend for you to finish season 4 of Miami Vice. I saw a couple episodes today in passing as I was doing various things around the apartment, and you're missing out. There's 4 episodes that you could skip on because they're crazy and stupid, but the rest of it is just great. It's phenomenal. It's probably the best work in the whole series. Corn Pop, my friend Corn Pop. I'm gonna make that joke again. Nobody smokes crack these days. Crack is what your grandpa smoked in the 80s. It's meth now. I guess maybe she might be a meth head rather than crack. I'm showing my age by saying that she's on crack. If we don't have our sweet, sweet meth, we're not real Europeans. I don't know what. I remember seeing a documentary in England that they're real party culture. So they like all the weird drugs like, oh, I'm going to inhale what do you call this? Some gas that makes you feel good. So they sell balloons outside of places for that reason. Let's see what's going on here. Would you like this? Okay, that's funny. PDT sending me a message. I'm not even going to read that. Because it's just going to make me upset. Spain ain't got shit on Portugal. I don't know. I've seen some beautiful Spanish women as well. So you have some hot competition there. But the rest of the show is really going to be dedicated to looking at Taylor Swift fans. So if you're not interested in that, oh, God, I don't know what to tell you. Because this is something I wanted to talk about yesterday. And it's a topic in and of itself. Now, here's the thing. We could take this and extrapolate for other things. Any form of fandom is... What is this? Is this a... Why do you wait till I'm doing a live stream? This is a random phone call. 1-800. I don't even know what this is. I'm not going to pick it up. But any fandom that's taken to another level is a bad thing. I would say, as a matter of fact, any fandom of any kind is a bad thing when you're essentially reducing your quality of life. By that, I mean funds for the glory of someone else, or the glorification of someone else, which is typically what you see when it comes to people that like collect Funko Pops, or people that are into Disney way too aggressively, or people that are Marvel adults, and they just marvel at the, oh man, Ahsoka, I just saw Ahsoka on Netflix. I'm having another day where I just sit around and I just watch Netflix. That's so quirky. That's not good. We're not designed for that as humans. We're not designed for fandom. It's not a survival mechanism. Yes, we do need some form of entertainment in our life. I think they ran a study I forgot to what extent, but they were giving impoverished people a certain amount of money, and they saw where they allocated the funds, and a good portion of that went to entertainment. It didn't go to survival, like food or water. It went to entertainment, because technically we do need some form of that. However, not to the extent that these Swifties are going for. Of course, I don't have to explain. Taylor Swift is a very popular singer, and she has a very dedicated fan base, an aggressively dedicated fan base, to the point where it angers me, to be honest, because these are all people. And imagine having a panic attack because you were within a mile radius of Taylor Swift. Imagine. And here we have an article from a New York Post, which I'm being disillusioned with on a daily basis from the New York Post. But this is from August 19th of this year, and it says, scared Taylor Swift swarmed by disgusting fans. Crazy psychopaths. And they're referring to, I believe, this right here, this video from the Daily Mail that I guess I'm going to show you here. This is what happens when Taylor Swift goes to a restaurant to partake in something like, I don't know, eating. Look at the crowd that has amassed outside of this restaurant just to see her. And I can almost guarantee you that these fucking fans are thinking, oh my God, she's going to love us for this. She's going to love us for this. Look at what they're doing. She's eating. She's trying to eat. She went to a restaurant, and you're outside, out here screaming as if Jesus just came down, as if this man just made another visage, gave us another look as to his sweet face. This is what they're screaming like. Oh, God, the police. And then let's see the comments. The comments usually are a combination of people. Oh, look, this isn't us. This doesn't represent us, Swifties. Okay, buddy, I've seen the same videos of people that are real fans in concerts, and they're pissing themselves. Is that any better? Right here. There are bandwagons that are young people that listen to their new stuff rather than what we grew up with on our song, and everything is good. What? So we got people that are within the same, eating each other. Everybody who showed up obviously could care less about Taylor Swift and her feelings. I think it's couldn't care less. Those aren't real fans. So we have, this is eating her. The same fans are eating themselves here. And they know that they'd be the first people that when someone like Taylor Swift would come in, they would just fucking, oh, hey, look at me. Hey, I'm here within, look, I'm taking a selfie. She's over there 14 feet away, but I'm with her here. Hey, God, fuck. Those are not Swifties. Those are maniacs. No, those are Swifties. Those are normal fans of Taylor Swift. Let me see if I find the other one here. The article goes on to mention Taylor Swift's, what she says, which allegedly she called them crazed. Let's see, she calls them stalkers. Oh, no, sorry, some person on TikTok. These fucking articles. There's another rant here. Look at this dumb line. Meanwhile, one TikTok user described the devotees whose chants of Taylor Swift echoed down the block as stalkers. Is that really something worthy of a sentence? This has to be a woman that wrote this. Brooke, yeah, of course. Some overpaid journalist. Meanwhile, one TikTok commenter on a platform being used by 2 billion people. One commenter on TikTok said this. This is something really worthy of writing on your article. This is not the look of a woman who's happy to see y'all. Pop culture fanatic. Pop culture fanatic. Fuck. Jesus. This reminds me on the Food Network. Whenever they have that show that's like, oh, resident cheese expert. How the fuck do you become a cheese expert? Let's go through the comments here and see what's going on. Sorry, this is way too small for my liking. Sam Hyde emails. That's wonderful to watch. Do you know who Sam Hyde is? Fuck. So these comments, can't believe one of my favorite players is dating her. Of course, talking about... what did... fuck. I'm trying to remember. Aaron Rodgers, what he called him. Danny liking Taylor Swift is the least surprising thing I've heard today, says Corn Pop. Nitrous Oxide Mafia. I guess you guys are talking about nitrous oxide, which is what they give in, I guess, balloons to partygoers outside of English clubs. Ugh. I'm convinced that Swiftie and Jabrizi fans have the same IQ level. I don't know if Jabrizi has a lot of fans. I know he has a lot of views, but I don't know if he has a lot of fans per se. We do so many in Australia, we call them nangs. Nangs. That's fucked. If Taylor Swift gets a BBL and fake knockers, she'll easily become the hottest chick. But all that money and she's still built like a broomstick. Well, her thing is that her parents were very loaded, from my understanding. So they were pretty adamant about putting her in the right place at the right time with money. And I've seen that personally with some people that I know that they just have loaded parents and they're like, oh, we got to put you in front of this. And they fabricate a career. Just so happens that she has great writers for songs and she's talented, but Jesus fuck, my goodness, is it doesn't warrant the craze for this particular individual. Oh God, Disney adults are the worst, says Karsten Pop. I've made entire streams dedicated to Disney adults. I agree wholeheartedly. If you look at TikTok or Instagram long enough, you're gonna come across what's known as plus size Disney adults, which is just top tier for Disney adults, where they go individually to each ride and let you know as a would-be patron of Disney if the ride is plus friendly or not. A little cute way of saying obese. I had a whole rant on that yesterday, I figure. Weird ass TikTok fan base. You jealous, Piggy? You wish you had such a fan base. I don't think so. I'd be very upset if I'm trying to eat at a restaurant and there's a bunch of people taking pictures. I remember it was the same with Bieber. He's there talking to someone, and these girls are like, oh my God, let the guy have a conversation, you fucking psycho. I'd love to be that rich, but I'd also kill myself. I'd probably kill myself if I was that famous, says Corn Pop. She doesn't even write her own music, as I was just saying. This is some Beatles in the 60s shit. Yeah, Beatles with the fucking just pissing themselves. Any one of those. Michael Jackson, too, where you had to close down an entire convenience store just to be able to shop and feel what it's like to be normal. Ugh. At least the Beatles wrote their own music. MJ didn't, though. But MJ was, you can't knock MJ's talent. MJ's talent was pretty up there. We should get all 56.2 Piggy subscribers to wait outside a restaurant to scream while Piggy walks out. That's where I take my manifesto. And start just shooting out pamphlets for my brand new book, The Art of the Squeal. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? The Art of the Squeal and The View from Down Here. Those are my brand new books available now. You should check them out. Sell them out like Taylor Swift albums. Let me also give myself one of these for that. Reminds me of when teachers tried to integrate Pokemon into their lesson plans. So I remember they're like, oh, so if Tommy has 20 Pokemon cards and Ray John takes 15 of them, how many does Tommy have left? Right? And then the intent is for you to go, oh, talk about Pokemon cards. I like Pokemon cards. So they try to act cool. Remember Pokemon Go, Go, Go and vote? Remember that one? Fuck. So that's the article there. This is the other one that kind of, I don't know. It just makes me want to just find the nearest person. This is a bunch of people outside of the concert, outside of the venue. I'm getting douche chills from showing you this, but these are people outside of the concert. Now, I don't know if I could play that necessarily in its entirety, just for fear of getting a copyright strike. But what? You're outside the concert? And you're there jamming out with all the other Swifties like, oh my God, she's going to love us for this. Oh, and these comments, let's see. I knew every song. I feel bad you guys couldn't come. Oh, and there's apparently one guy here, one absolute fucking soldier. I'm going to see Taylor Swift. I'm lucky. Oh my God, happy. Oh, some people are referring to the smell. Smells like undercooked tilapia. I figure this one. All of them are white. All right, good point to make there, buddy. This is just, I'm getting deuce chills from this. What are you doing? So you're not even at the concert. You're outside the venue. You're outside the venue. So there's a good portion of people that make their way to the concert venue and don't even have tickets, nor do they look for the tickets. They're looking to just hang out outside and sing and just hopefully get some of the reverb from inside the building and then pretend like they're inside the concert. Now, here's the thing. Taylor Swift has thought of this. So she's thought of this and said, man, I'm aware that some people aren't going to probably make this concert. Some people aren't going to make this concert. So what can I do? Oh, I know. I'm going to make a movie of my Eras tour. And people could go to the movie theater and watch the concert. Now, you would imagine you watch a movie, like I've seen a couple concerts that are movie length, and you enjoy it. You just kind of bob your head. You enjoy it. Maybe, kind of have a couple of the lyrics that you sing along, but you don't make the concert for the people watching there. You don't fucking make it a theater production, which we're going to show in a little bit. We have some comments here from Rumble. I'm also streaming concurrently on Rumble. Nude Monk says that bitch is disgusting. She does have what we call in Spanish a culo de pollo, a culito de pollo, which who's the other one? That was Hannah Montana. She also has it where she kind of has like what do you call this? Like raw chicken butt. So it's not really much. So it's a definite thing that you notice. Larry Isley on the other side says not a fan of TS, but her top 20 songs. She wrote 7 of them by herself, co-wrote 13, and co-produced 8. So she co-produced 8 of them, of her top 20 songs, which again just goes into what I said earlier, which is rich parents that just put her in the right position at the right time in front of the right people, which I also believe happened with a lot of people that went through Harvey Weinstein. Just went through the exact same thing. You're you're well-off theater kids for the most part, with well-off parents, even though you're going to live in a van because you want to struggle. You want to struggle. So you're going to live in a van in New York, even though your parents have a mansion in upstate Cali. Fuck. So some comments here on YouTube, or as some people call it, YouTube. You would never turn your back on your piggas. That's true. That's true. I would never turn my back on my piggas, even though some of my piggas have turned their back on me. Cool. Also buying your book, says Free Will Burning. And for that, my friend, you're going to get a pin of glory. You've replaced Manel because you are shilling my shit. And of course, anytime my shit is shilled, you get at least some glory. So now we get to all bask in the glory of your pinned comment. Remember when the girl lied saying 15-year Justin Bieber impregnated her in the bathroom and she had to go to court all over that? Yeah, I imagine with a good sample size of the population being a fan of you, you're going to have a good portion of that are absolutely fucking nuts. If Tommy has 20 Pokemon cards and Jamal steals 14 of them, I'm not even going to finish that. Okay, but I'm going to give you a car crash because you should be ashamed of making a joke like that. Piggy about to be the most prolific writer of the decade. Maybe. I mean, I have put out a book a month, which is not a good thing, but they're not, I mean, it's 90 pages, I believe, the last one, just about. So they're not crazy, but I should amalgamate them into one at some point and actually have a printed run. The ones outside the concert's parents didn't love them enough to spend $1,000 for nosebleed seats. That's the other part too, right? That's the other part. The fucking state of these ticket prices are absolutely ridiculous. Corn Pop. So let's see what Corn Pop said that's worthy of a giggle. Of course, it's the Jamal one. Fuck. You should be good if she's the one not singing, says Free Will Burning. Upstate California is more conservative than Texas. I don't know about that. Fuck. Cali, even though they did get Schwarzenegger in, and Schwarzenegger was running as a Republican, but he's iffy. He's iffy on some of his shit. If I'll never show your shit. I'll make shit for you to get shilled, says Manel. That's a good way of seeing the work you've done, including making that poster You've made that poster that I see in my residence, as well as designed this tattoo. So I have to get reminded of you on a daily basis, Manel, as you've designed this tattoo. By the way, could you tell which one of these is fake? So I wear 2 Carhartt beanies. One of them is fake. One of them is real. So I'll show you this one and I'll show you this one. One of them is fake. One of them is real. I've worn them and nobody said, hey, man, why are you wearing a fake Carhartt beanie? Nobody's called me out, which is a good thing. Because I feel like if you're going around in like Bobos, in like Bobo shoes, they'll call you out. So which one? Am I the one that I'm wearing or the one that I'm holding? Which one is a fake one? Take your vote in the comment section. I'm not farming engagement. I'm actually genuinely curious if you are knowledgeable about Carhartt to find out which one is the fake one and which one is the real one. So leave your answers there. What was I going to show here? I was going to show this other one. Apart from the singers outside of the venue. Fuck. Oh, the movie. The movie. So this is, again, as I mentioned earlier, a movie of Taylor Swift that she, decided to come out with and put it in theaters. And you see what the fucking people that are attending this are doing. So let me show you. There's a movie playing. I don't know if I could play the audio, but what is happening here? Look at this. Imagine going to a movie theater. And then imagine seeing this. What? Oh, you're just there, just in a circle like you're in Midsummer? Are you having a laugh? I hope you could see it. But it's people running around in a circle. And of course, recording themselves. Oh my God, so quirky. See, Cruel Midsummer, Taylor's version. That's funny. Last night was a movie. Unpopular opinion, Taylor Swift is overrated. 67 comments. Just fucking probably going in on Swifties. That one Midsummer. Are you guys hypnotized or something? Let's see what they have to say here. Oh, these comments don't show up. Isn't that wonderful? I'll never understand. I just don't get it. This one right here is another one in the movie theater. What's happening here? You know that these girls, first of all, you already know the scent. They smell like Victoria's Secret perfume and probably wet moss. And they've stood up probably the entire movie singing loudly. And this is how they end it. And they bow and start clapping. I'm fucking embarrassed. I am fucking embarrassed for this. Let me put the quirky sound out. But what do you do? And you know they're doing that because they've seen this probably 100 times. This consumer mentality. Oh, she's gonna love us for this. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Although it says sit your asses down. This is not your show. Let me see who put that. Okay, I thought that it was one of these accounts that also make a lot of noise in movie theaters. Let's see here. Peanuts says the worst type of people are the ones that make you feel bad for being excited about something, even though that this was written like an absolute idiot. God, fuck, 63,000 upvotes. Let's see. Please use the exits. I imagine this is a Swiftie. Taylor literally said, treat it like a concert. This movie is for the people who didn't get to go. Yeah, this is treating it like you're on stage. That's what you're treating it like, my friend. Why else would you awkwardly do this and then time it? Oh, yeah, you just did the concert. You're going to clap at yourselves. Fuck, this is just cringe. At least this person here is a little bit based. 185 likes. 185,000 likes, rather. Taylor said, treat it like a concert. At the concert, you would not be Taylor Swift. And then let's see. Some people might be defending it. Kay. What's the problem, Brenda? Ignore the haters stomping on your silly parade. God. Fucking A. Swifties will take that excited quote by Taylor to the grave. Taylor Swift fans are not real. This movie definitely divided the fan base into people who know how to act in public and those who don't. If I was a New York-based journalist, what I would do is that I would take all of these and put them in my article. because these are definitely indicative of important things to put, even though I am using them in this live stream. But this is a different form of content. Shut up. So that's the movie theater bit, which to me I think is the worst. I don't know, somehow you could say, at a football game, certain people don't go for the game. They go to tailgate, right? And I've gone to a tailgate before, and it's fun. You're there barbecuing, you're drinking beer. Oh, does it make you just feel like a great time, just partaking in good old-fashioned Americanism. But I don't even know if to defend the Swifties going to the concert. Alas, the worst ones are the movie theater ones because they're there singing. They're just there singing. You're there fucking trying to watch the movie, and they're dancing around, covering the movie, and then they bow at the end. They bow like they're the ones singing, like they're the ones doing the concert. If they would have bowed towards the audience, I would have lost my shit. I think you wouldn't see me. I'd be spending all my days and nights trying to triangulate the actual position of that movie theater, find them all, and make them part of my manifesto. Carhartt isn't yellow. Black is fake, but I don't know. I've never worn Carhartt. Dude, I'm blind. All I see is two hats with so I guess the video's not showing up too well. These are two Carhartt ones. So you say Carhartt is not yellow, says Free World Burning. TikTok is outlawed in Montana. That's a good thing. The pig under the hat is real. So we have a couple guesses, but you are right. Yeah, Carhartt isn't yellow. This is yellow. This one is fake, and it's also bigger. I've noticed Carhartt has a little bit of an orange tinge to it, but I found it interesting that somebody would fake a Carhartt beanie, which is like $15. So why would you have a fake one? I bought it just to see if it would be comparable to the real one, and it was $2 anyways. But I just found that particularly interesting. But I think making products or faking products that are already inherently cheap, that's part of the appeal of Carhartt, that it's good, long-lasting, and relatively inexpensive. So I compare T Swift to K-pop, where if you even make a mention as to Taylor Swift being nuts, you're just gonna get bombarded by a bunch of avatars with music personalities and just fucking the worst of the worst. They don't care about your existence. Why do you care so much about these people that don't know who you are? Yeah, I get it. A song could put you through a hard time. You know, certain things are good and beneficial for mental health, but this is bad for mental health. It's not good for anything. Spending an exorbitant amount of money that you probably don't have to go see this bitch in concert, to stand outside the venue, to go to the movie theater, like it's midsummer. Fuck. Let's see. I'm cringing for those girls. I bet that place stinks of iron, says Toby Writing. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it would be. I remember when I was working at the school, there was something, some sort of weed-related incident in the bathroom, the girls' bathroom, and I had to go in there after school. And let me tell you, I've walked into the boys' bathroom and the girls' bathroom, and it smelled like pot and iron. Just pot and iron. And girls are gross. Like the way they'll just leave stuff openly for everyone to see. Certain objects, they'll just take dumps and not girls, I would argue, have a nastier bathroom than boys in a school setting. Karsten Top says you should totally do a print run of your books. Call it the Pigpendium. The Pigpendium. Somebody mentioned I should call it the Three Little Piggies, right? Because this would be the third book, Hams and Fantasies, which I've been very lethargic on. I've been very slow working on the book. So far, I have written down 2 tricks. One is a Hitchcock Hitchcock Thing. So it's a combination of Richard Sanders' King Thing and Hitchcock Aces from Darwin Ortiz, and Twisting the Aces. Those are the 2 ones that I've written, and I'm not. It's I guess a sort of more trick heavy, like not trick heavy, but more method heavy book than the other ones. So I'm being a little bit lethargic, to be honest, when it comes to this one. Let's go through here. It's lovely, brother. It's actually much older and was published many years ago in Russ Duck's book, The Cultists, called The Edwards Hideouts. Boy, see the virginity. That's John Kerry on my Patreon, who told me the origin of that particular move that I put today, which is a holdout. I've been looking everywhere for the origin. Thank you, Father. That's ridiculous. I've been looking forever. It's a Cellmates shuffle, and I saw Paul Harris do it for the first time. I didn't know where it was, but apparently it goes way beyond Paul Harris, so that's a good thing. I did the same face I do when I watch one of these videos where there's a girl in the last seconds and you realize she has a dick. Oh, the trap videos. I see you've also been trapped before. I remember those Mari episodes where Mari would have an episode where you had to guess which one was the person that's transitioning. And there was one episode where I was just taken aback by the beauty of all these females. And Mari twists it. And at the end, and he goes, ha, they're all women. Got you. I was like, oh, thank you for that. I was doubting myself for a hot second. Hungry and Hungover says Taylor Swift is a government psyop created by Ticketmaster and probably Raytheon. The Swifties are sleeper cells. They are Biden's secret weapon against MAGA crowd in 2024. Trust. I believe it. I believe it. Just remember, Piggy, all 18 of us here feel the same way about you. Thank you for that, JJ. I hope that if I'm ever in a restaurant, even though Iker, I don't know if you're here in the chat, but I was at Benihana's once, and I was sent a picture of me at Benihana's, taken by someone. I wouldn't mind if you come up to me and say, hey, man, hey, great, I love your work. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I'd fucking like that, because it's few and far between, so I definitely would appreciate it. Something about you that now I can't remember. Something about you that now I can't remember. Is that the lyrics to About You by 1975? Parasocial gone too far. I agree. They make up this friendship that they have with these individuals, even though the only thing you have is just listening to the music and her appearances on various TV shows. Fuck. Taylor Swift has made millions singing songs about her poor taste in men. Endorses Joe Biden. That's funny. Yeah, that's the other parts about it, that if you have a relationship with Taylor Swift, she's going to air out your dirty laundry. So how good is that vag that is worthy of dating her, knowing that you're probably going to have a song made about you? And she's going to be here like singing about like, and his dick is small. Or some shit. I don't know. I can't even make up a Taylor Swift song if I wanted to. So that is the one in the theater, which to me is Lord Cringe. It's just top tier of the cringe. This one is another one that I just saw in passing, where they're giving her an award. And this particular account can't believe how rude the presenter was to Taylor. So we have just Olivia Munn, who is just a top tier. And
if you want to thank me first, it makes
Absolutely,
no
I would
sense.
yes, you first. It always happens. God.
so
And it will always happen, Taylor. This is your lot in life. I know.
anybody watching this right off the bat would know that that's a bit. They're doing a bit, right? Not, of course, not to Swifties 200, Swifties Taylor's fans, because they think that this is obviously a attack on their precious T Swift. As a matter of fact, let's look at the hashtags here, or whatever these are. Pissed off, present, sad, salad, snow jumping. What? Show jumping. That's Olivia Munn. It's called Awkward Humor. Olivia Munn is sweet, very sweet woman. She's doing a bit. There's one here that's, this one also got me annoyed. Taylor's version, the Torre. Y'all, this was a joke that Taylor was aware of and completely on board with. Y'all need to chill out. What are you, her manager? You speak for her? Are you her representative? What is that? I don't think Taylor knew about it. And then you have backs and forths here. You have this apparent people that are talking on behalf of this individual. I remember I left a comment and I got into a whole one of these massive threads because it was on Bo Burnham, right? And the comment was in regards to mentioning the fact that it's interesting how people think they know about a guy that knows nothing about them. And it turns out that you had a bunch of Bo Burnham fans. It's like, well, he talks about this stuff openly, so you know that. It's like, well, no, you're out here making assumptions based on this individual, based on his performances. What are you? You're not his manager. You're not his brother. You're not a relative. So what are you going off making all these statements from a place of fact when you don't know the person? Fuck. So it's just the cringe of that. I can't believe how rude the presenter was to Taylor. What? Presenter's just jealous. Here, written out in incorrect English. She always jokes with people. Guys, it's scripted. Olivia Munn is a great comedian and a friend of Taylor Swift. Jesus. Just going out of their way to defend. Here's another one that just people noticing things just that is just retarded. This one. This is Taylor Swift presenting someone that's going to sing in, I believe, Saturday Night Live. And then someone goes, Taylor can't even escape the millennial pause on SNL. Oh my God, she's one of us.
Once again, Ice Spice.
What did she do that's different?
Ice Spice.
Taylor can't escape the millennial pause. She's just waiting from commercial for the cue.
Once again, Ice Spice.
And then she waits there, as every person does when they introduce the musical guest on Saturday Night Live. But no, they see into it. They're looking into this. Oh, I'm a millennial. She's a millennial. I'm Taylor Swift. Oh, she's so cute. This post is a joke. I know it's just because it's live TV, so don't take it seriously. I'm Taylor's version. I'm Imogen. I'm older Gen Z, and I'm worried I'm doing the millennial pause sometimes. I don't know what the fuck you've made up now. Goodbye. This is so funny. I don't think she's pausing. That's just waiting for her cue to speak, even though this one's coming from another Taylor fan. They gave her the cue when they're counting down when the cameras start rolling. She paused. She's not you. You're not Taylor Swift. She's not your friend. Stop it. Get help. Please. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. You're going to be even more embarrassed when you're old and you're looking back. And you're seeing all these... What the fuck is even a millennial pause? Let's look up millennial pause. Millennial pause. Of course, I'm looking this up on Bing. Millennial pause is a pause in speaking that is present at the start of some recorded videos, especially on short-form video app TikTok. The practice is including such a pause that's ascribed to millennials, a group often defined as people born in the 80s or the 90s. The phenomenon is an example of digital generation between millennials and younger. What? The practice was first observed in 2021 when a TikTok user questioned why millennials pause for so long before speaking. They should just hit record and go. So it's something made up because Gen Z is essentially unable to even have a second where they think of things without going, I'm not stimulated right now. I'm not stimulated, so I need to skip this. Gen Z's attention span is so minimal that they've attributed waiting and composing yourself before you speak. And they've called it a Gen Z pause. A millennial pause. Because now you can't have a fucking YouTube because your brain is so fried from Adderall that you can't watch an entire YouTube video without looking at a fucking TikTok because you're overstimulated by 9,000 things that are designed to try to get you to engage and buy and consume. So these absolute troglodyte retards have now taken up to calling a small pause before talking a millennial pause. Are you absolutely fucking retarded? I have no hope. I have no hope for the future generation of voters, of people that are voting when they're coming up with terms like this. Fuck. They're acting like somebody walked on stage and said Beyonce had the real video of the year, right? I don't get this last video. What the fuck is a millennial pause? Be better.
Be better. Be better.
Be better.
Be better. Be better.
That's actually retarded as shit. Taylor Swift is closer to menopause. Used tampon sniffers. What is even that? Let's see what the pause. What's millennial pause? Somebody mentions the pause they do at the beginning of a speech. What? All hosts do this when they announce musical guests. Yeah. But no, oh my God, she's one of us. She's one of us. Fucking, oh, Shawty's messaging me back. Speaking of Gen Z, right? I hate you guys, but I love you girls. Hate the mentality, but I love the females. So that's my entire rant on Swifties, I guess. They're a bunch of troglodytes. They're a bunch of the worst fan base I've ever seen. And that's modern. I guess the same thing happens in every sort of line of consuming. So it is a very normal thing. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. That's my entire list of topics. Just Taylor Swift. If you guys have anything at the end portion of the stream that you want to get into, I'd gladly partake in them. I think it'd be a fun thing to see any things that you guys want to talk about, seeing that I did dedicate this entire stream to T Swift fans. If not, we could call this a stream. We could call it here. But let me wait for some comments to come in and see if there's any topics. If not, we'll get into other. I'll get into other things. You should take your shawty to the Taylor Swift concert movie. I think I'd rather, honestly, probably watch a video of my mom fucking my dad. Just because. We need more Dex drama. I think I've retired from Dex drama. JJ, the OK, says, I missed the card update. Well, I didn't give a card update in this video, but I did update on the Kickstarter page that I sent the money a while ago to USPCC. I sent them the funds, which was, so we had a little back and forth on some fees that I were not aware of. Quirky little things when it comes to starting your own, what do you call this? Starting your own empire of playing cards. And I sent them it, so I'm just waiting for them to go back and tell me that they've started with the printing process, which I hope they have, considering I sent it to them maybe a week and a half ago. So they should have started that. They did give me a time frame for December, which I'm not happy about. December, January, for the playing cards to actually get shipped. So again, not excited about that. But I think their load is very big, and they prioritize it based on size of the order. So, old Piggy printing 1,000 playing cards, I don't think is up on their priority list. But I'm going to keep everybody updated as I get updated. Check out Unbiased last videos. Dude has victim mentality. So let's check that out. If it's the one where he's talking about, what do you call this? Petty, I've already seen it and I've already mentioned it yesterday. But let me see if it's something new. Unbiased Magic Review. We Need to Talk. That was 3 days ago. This one. So the last one is We Need to Talk. Yeah, that's the one you're talking about. So he hasn't put out one recently. Somebody asked, or Hungry and Hungover asked, who do you got? Khamzat or Usman? You know, I don't like Usman. I don't like him at all. I think he's an ass. I'm not a fan. I hate that he knocked out Masvidal. Street Jesus, Miami God himself, Jorge Masvidal. I hate that he knocked him out. And I'm saying that he knocked him out in a plea bargain. All right, because you don't just knock out George Masvidal. The guy's gone he's had like 50 official fights or 60 or whatever it was, and he hasn't been knocked out apart from then. So maybe Masvidal is not as hungry as he used to be now that he's made it. But I'm going for whoever's against Usman at all times, regardless of who it is, even if it's Khamzat. Any chance I missed out on the Kickstarter, I get in on his deck. Yeah, so I'm getting a good portion of the cards that I'm going to sell on my own. So once I'm done fulfilling all the orders for the Kickstarters, I'm going to sell the decks individually on my own. So you're going to be able to pick that up, as well as a trick that I'm coming out with that they're giving me a good portion of with Alakazam. So I got to figure out with their side, do contract stuff with them. But they mention it on their live streams. that I'm going to be coming out with a trick with them. So I'm happy about that as well. But Missing Piece is also going to be available separately. So it's going to be available separately on, I'm going to be selling it. So I think Hamzat's going to be champ by summer next year. Dude's a nightmare. Yeah, guy's a fucking nightmare. Every time you see these wrestlers, these fucking just beasts, they just sleep and fucking hug you to death. So that's going to be a very interesting fight. I'm going to watch it at my friend's house, seeing that his girl's out of town. So I'm probably going to be demolished Saturday evening. So we'll see. I was tweeting with the Paul fight. I remember the Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis, just because I hated the commentator. So I might decide to tweet on that. So you could follow me there if you want my drunken thoughts. Apart from that, I think that's the stream. This has been a good one. I think that typically I felt like this was going to be a bad one from the start, but this was actually one of the better ones. So I guess I'll leave you with the typical advice in that don't consume. Don't be a consumer. I think that's the issue. It's overconsumption. We're here over-consuming things and media and entertainment. Focus on yourself. Yeah, it's okay to have a little bit of entertainment. Okay, I'm going to watch my show. I'm going to watch this. But make sure that you're focusing on yourself, on your physical health, not giving someone something else that they don't care about. Taylor Swift doesn't care about you. What? You're dedicating all this portion of your life to a person that doesn't know you exist. Be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Speaking of two people that don't know you exist. And Nancy Pelosi, insider trading, as usual. So rock on and keep the magic strong.